and welcome back to the Invincible. In my previous video, and I don't mean the previous video that I made of this game, I mean in the last video that I made, which I believe was Steel Rising, I did make the statement that I didn't know when I was going to be able to pick this game up again because the last time I tried to record it, once I get to, you see over there, right in front of me, quote unquote, you can see road to the landing zone. When I tried to go to that point, and to the right, there's the option to go down the road to the Alliance base. I tried to go past that point and the game just froze up, black screen, couldn't do anything. Nothing was happening. So our computer has been through quite a few reboots at this point, and I'm even running this game off a fresh reboot. So I have like nothing else open except OBS and this game, and that's it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I tested it off camera and I got through no problem, but hopefully I can reproduce it and I can continue on with no problem. This might be a little forewarning. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if it does, at least I've made the warning. When I did test it earlier, the game was kind of push me, I'm coming. The frames were near non-existent, so if that happens, I do apologize. But anyways, with all of that out of the way, in the last video, just as a little recap, we found Dr. Gorski. Unfortunately, he did not make it. And we found out that the Alliance is here on Regis 3 as well, which is the vehicle we are in is actually an Alliance vehicle. So with all of that said and done, now that I've been yammering on for, what, almost 3.5 minutes now, let's just move on and see where we go from here. So I think I made the decision last time to just go straight to the Alliance base. We could also go to the landing zone, but I don't know what's going to happen if we go to the landing zone. Who knows? When we go to the landing zone...
Oh, there's no time.
The only thing is, if I do go down the road to the landing zone, I don't know where that's going to leave us. Who knows? We could end up turning around and going back down to the Alliance base. But I'm just going to go straight to the Alliance base, if I'm being honest. And Yasna, I know we're running out of time. Let me contemplate, please.
I won't need the lander, Astrogator.
What do you mean?
You know very well what I mean, sir. I'm not coming back.
Yasna, this is sheer madness. You're heading straight to the enemy base.
This is the only way I can find out what's going on here. What happened to our people? I have several hours of travel ahead of me.
You can still turn back.
No. And if you try to convince me otherwise, I'll just turn the radio off.
Fine. I'll stop insisting. Please just understand the position you've put me in. As a commander, now I have to decide whether to risk detection by the Alliance. Because by putting yourself in their hands, you're risking not only your own life, but also the rest of the crew's.
Okay, okay, I don't know why that's happening. That didn't happen before when I was testing, but, okay. Please just stay, though.
I totally understand. Can't you wait a few more hours? I still need your support, sir.
Yeah, and I still want to be here to help you. Please don't turn off your radio. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, fingers crossed. Haha!
Approaching their coordinates. Yasna,
Yes?
I understand that no matter what I say, it won't change your mind. But please be careful. First, observe them from a distance, and only then take action.
Caution won't do us any good. I will be careful as always. Maybe the rover will confuse them. Maybe.
Won't they take me for one of their own? If I'm riding an Alliance rover, maybe they'd be more willing to talk when I return the lost vehicle to them.
That's a risky idea. If they think it's a trick, you'll only arouse more suspicion. Instead of asking questions, they'll start shooting. Anyway, you'd have to know their internal codes. If they see you but don't receive any signal, they'll immediately become suspicious.
Right. I'm just trying to think of something.
Okay, I'm not sure why Astrogator is, like, talking with an echo. Oh, I know why. Hang on one second. If only I weren't such a noob at recording videos. I had both display capture and game audio capture. And here I was, thinking I was good at this stuff. Okie dokie. So,
Hey,
ooh.
what was that?
I've set up a warning signal. Now you're near enough that they can see the rover.
Not cool, Astrogator. Don't scare me like that. Okay, here we go. Ooh, hello, what is that?
The base is in front of me.
Already? Yasna, I'm not kidding. If you don't stop, I'll do it for you.
What the? How did you do that?
Yasna, I respected your decision not to come back. For while I disapprove of it as a commander, I agree with your conscience. But I won't allow you to kill yourself in foolish haste. I turned the rover's engine off remotely, and I'm not turning it on until you've concluded your reconnaissance. Understood? Did you understand?
Yes. Apparently I have no other choice.
So, on foot then, I guess. Can't move. Okay. Off we go on foot then, I guess. Flying object. What the heck is that? Can I not use the... Oh, wrong button. Duh.
Some object is flying over their base.
Here we go.
Can you tell me more?
It's 15, 20 meters high. It has an upright silhouette. And it looks like a balloon.
It could be a balloon.
And that doesn't surprise you?
Not everything that flies needs jet engines. What markings does it have?
Hello? Oh, gotta zoom in a little bit more. There we go.
RB1. What does it mean?
It's an ID number. Denotes an advanced scout balloon. How far from you is it?
Around 400.
Not as far as I would like it to be. It might have you within camera range.
Spooky. I don't know how this is gonna go, considering there is no way for Yasna to really defend herself. So... who knows? There might be no one else here. If only we'd get that lucky. Hello? Alliance?
We'll most likely lose contact soon. So let me be clear. Your situation is highly precarious. You cannot trust the Alliance or expect them to be willing to help. If things don't go our way, I'll do everything in my power to negotiate your safe return to the Commonwealth. Worst case scenario, we'll opt for a prisoner exchange. Until then, please cooperate with them. And during the interrogation, don't resist. Astrobiologists generally do not possess information that's sensitive to the Commonwealth. At worst, you'll give away the details of our last mission. Of course, it'd be better if that didn't happen. But I know their methods of interrogation, and in all fairness, they're very effective.
I will cooperate. I won't dance to their tune. You act like I'm a spy. Well, I mean, you kind of are, if I'm being honest. Because you're going into one of their bases without their knowledge or without them knowing who you are. So, I guess in effect, you are kind of like a spy. I will cooperate, though.
Astrogator, I believe in the face of a common threat, we'll find a common language, and we can simply cooperate, pushing political animosities aside.
I hope you're right, Doctor. But even if we disregard decades of mutual enmity, we must keep in mind human nature. Homo homini lupus. Just because you want to talk to them doesn't mean they'll listen. I'd rather expect they'll be asking the questions and you'll be answering them.
You're not wrong, but we'll see. Yeah, sure. Listen, I don't fault this game. I've seen worse in other games, if I'm being honest, so that's like nothing to me, but are we hanging up? Thank you for our shared service.
Since we have no idea what's going to happen, I want you to know that you were always a fair commander, even if you were quite strict. I guess what I'm trying to say is...
Please, stop, Doctor. You can tell me when you get back. In person. Understood?
Yes, sir.
I've seen far worse in other games, so, you know, a little glitch in the terrain is really not that bad. Okay. I don't know where we're actually supposed to be going, or what we're supposed to be looking for, but I suppose we'll see. Hello? Is anyone home? You mean to tell me there's not a single person around here? They just abandoned all their equipment? Because this looks abandoned. Look at how dirty that is. Ooh. That is... Okay, hang on. I want to take a second to look at the sun. Can I? Oh, there it is. Look at that. That is just cool to me. I don't know a whole lot about space, I'm gonna be honest, but I find space very interesting. I also find it very interesting that we know more about space than the rock that we actually live on. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a force field or something. I was just gonna call it a bubble, but...
Access to the base is protected by a force field.
If these are Dirac emitters, and I'm sure they are, nothing will get through. Is there an opening from the other side?
I'll see.
I don't see an opening over there. Okay, let me try. Okay. So, to the left up here. If there's not an opening, at least maybe there might be something to open the force field. There's got to be something, right? I don't see them dropping the force field every time someone has to enter the base. Oh. Okay. Not the same area. Whoa.
How odd.
What?
There's no one here. Nobody.
Impossible. Even if there aren't many of them in the camp, someone would have noticed you.
I'm not blind, sir. There's really no one here.
Could be some kind of trick.
Not a living soul.
Better for your safety if they make the first move. If you really don't see anyone. All right then. Enter the base. Just slowly, with your hands up.
Oh, there's a bubble. Or force field. Whatever you want to call it.
I'm going. What have I got to lose anyway?
Your life, Doctor.
I'm going in.
Okay, here we go.
Clear. For now. I can't hear anyone either.
Okay. I don't even know which way I'm supposed to go. Let me check out this area first. Ooh, hello. Yeah, whole bunch of stuff on the left-hand side that I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to try and decipher it, but looks like they're doing the same thing, examining the rocks and everything. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, all their equipment is just scattered all over the place. Something's not right here. A black hole, the summary of quarterly research. The empiric research and the simulations conducted throughout the last quarter led our team to the following conclusions. 1. Every kind of matter may become a black hole. 2. A black hole may trap light using the force of gravity. 3. We accede to the thesis that the existence of an object, such as a black hole, is a consequence of the general theory of relativity. 4. A black hole may absorb a star, even of the size of the sun. 5. The star's consumption, quote unquote, or in other words, the star's dematerialization, is accompanied by the flash of matter coming from the inside of a black hole. The scope of intensified verification, the object of our intensified research throughout the next years, will be a quote unquote a singularity, a small point of a huge mass present inside of every black hole. In our team's opinion, it's a place where every law of physics is being broken. So what, did everyone get sucked into a black hole? Is that what you're saying? Hello? Knock knock? Okay, so some doors you just can't go through. Okay. Let me cigarettes. Oh, hello, what's this? Dying of the Sun, the article rectification. The editor so-and-so responsible for a scandalous article tarnishing my good name and diminishing my science achievements. I politely ask for the rectification of the article Dying of the Sun, a Scientist's Threats, on pages 9 and 10 from the 5th issue of the science periodical Young Astrophysicist, published in the current year. In the text appear not only fundamental mistakes of scientific nature, but also inappropriate quotations of my hypotheses, delivered at the last Congress. I enclose a correction. According to I remind the authorship, Dr. Booza, not Bowser. Is that anything like Bowser from Mario Kart? According to my research conducted during cosmic voyages, I acknowledge that the time of hydrogen burning out in stars depends on their mass, but this phenomenon applies to all stars and, quote-unquote, ours. However, we would try to enchant the laws of physics isn't located, and nothing implies that it would be located outside this phenomenon's range. What is my hypothesis then? In the future, all hydrogen fuel in the sun's core will burn out. A sphere of hydrogenic fusion will expand until a temperature drops below 10 million Fahrenheit. Just a little bit chilly. You might need some gloves. Maybe a scarf. The core itself will shrink. Ashes from the hydrogenic fire will serve as fuel, allowing a second round of fusion reactions to begin. It will lengthen the life of the aging sun by a few hundred million of years. The way that's worded is just odd. It will lengthen the life of the aging sun by a few hundred million of years. I would just get rid of the word of by a few hundred million years. But I'm no English major, okay? I'm not Grammarly. However, it is certain the sun will turn from a yellow dwarf into a red giant star. A gravitational pull toward Venus and the Earth will decrease. Thus, the mentioned celestial bodies will succumb to distancing themselves from the star, and as a result, they will be somewhat rescued, quote unquote. But the mighty red sun will yet be able to consume Mercury before dying. I guarantee, based on my research, that the statement voiced by me about the sun living as a main sequence star for 10 billion years that is, its existence began 5 billion years ago, and it will shine for over 5 billion more, is true. However, it is not a, as we read in the opinion of so-and-so editor, threat based on, labial hypotheses, baloney, and a pipe dream of a renown-seeking doctor of quote-unquote that is not spelled right. Astrophysic sciences, disturbing and emotional well-being of human species. Even seeking is not SEA. It's not like Sea King. It's not like the king of the sea. It's not Poseidon. It's CEE, CEE. Okay, sure. Evanescence, one of my favorite bands, is a process touching everything and every being in the universe. It also touches transfixed in the success aura of their unrefined writing and popularity, editors of science periodicals. My respects, Dr. Abusa. Postscriptum. You can just put PS. You gotta be fancy and put postscriptum. A lack of reprint with a correction and a submission of apologies will force me, with the purpose to protect science and my person, to take legal action. A lot of grammar errors. Grammatical errors. Something like that. Okay. Also, no one and nothing else.
I'm at the central module. In the headquarters.
You walked in, just like that.
Yeah. The doors were open.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
I have a record of their mission. Each step, location, units, including dates.
I'm all ears.
Mothership.
Day 0, landing place. Their main ship's in sector AQ-28.
The Invincible? What? They didn't move it?
Seems so.
I'll try to track it down. Please tell me what else is in there.
I'll look at that in a second. Expedition to the ocean.
Corsair became interested in the ocean. They got there on the 7th day.
Quite late.
Guess they weren't in a hurry.
Guess not.
Before setting up this base, they were stationed not far from here, but seemed very determined to reach this area. They dug a vast system of tunnels.
When did they finally get here?
On the 15th day of the mission. They conducted research and during excavations found, you won't guess, metal structures.
So we had no chance to outrun them.
Yeah. And they were already at an advanced stage of works when we were still in orbit. In the end, they sent a convoy to a neighboring sector.
So that was their last move?
Well, there's no information about their return. Maybe I'll find them there.
Highly probable. Do you know what the current day of their mission is?
They left on the 25th day. That's all I know. Well, I can't back out now. I have to follow them.
Well, it's your decision. Although I admit I'm also starting to wonder what you'll find.
People, Astrogator. They must be somewhere.
I'm sending a satellite. Soon I'll have an image of the area where the ship landed. We'll see if the Invincible's still there.
I'll continue to search their base. On the 24th day, they sent a convoy north to the sector. Oh, to the sector where I found Gorski.
You suspect they went after him, having detected his signal?
That cannot be ruled out.
Oh, surely they could detect him. They could have detected all of us. But would they really do something about it?
Well, for some reason they left their base.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Something
that
set
has
them
something to
running.
do with it.
Doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't.
Astrogator, this doesn't make any sense. You can't just wrap up the whole operation. Anyway, the first thing they would take were vehicles and equipment. Only the people are missing here.
Maybe they went crazy, like our people. What's this? Okay. I thought there was going to be more to that. Okay. Doesn't seem like there's much else to be had there, so... Alright.
They've got a device for intercepting alarm signals. There isn't much of it. Single record.
Saved.
The guy survived. Someone saved him. Interesting. Coordinates changed upwards, which indicates he was evacuated by air. The alarm signal broke off high above the ground. 18561.
754. Yes, it's Gorski.
You said he died during the night.
Correct. I did. I couldn't let you go back to those ruins.
Did you send the lander? When?
While you were still on your way to the base, Artie carried him on board, secured him. Gorski's in the infirmary now.
Oh.
The prognosis is cautious, but his condition has stabilized.
I can't believe you lied to me. More than anything, I'm glad he's alive. I would have gone back for him, you know.
I do, which was the very reason why I couldn't tell you. I wanted to send a lander for him once you were safe. You wouldn't have listened to me otherwise, just like you didn't listen before. Giving away your tank, going to the Alliance base.
I admit, you had your reasons to believe I'd disobey you. Doesn't mean I like it one bit.
So we didn't just leave him there. Okay. That was the one thing I was concerned about when we...
Moving on. It's still quiet. It's eerie.
Yes, it is. That was the one thing I was concerned about when we kept moving forward, was what was going to happen to Gorski. But Astrogator pulled through in the end. Okay, are we just back at the beginning? I think we are, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is just back at the beginning. Okay. So, if we go this way, I went that way before. Let's try going this way. Whoa. Goodness. Okay, that leads out. This also technically leads out. I'm gonna try going this one over here. Well, first I want to see what this is. Hang on. Anything here? No. No. Okay. Okay, so let's try going inside and see what we find. No? Nothing? Hello? No? Okay. So... Oh my goodness. You're like Artie. Hi.
Huh. Some robot. Doesn't react to my presence at all. I don't know if that's a good sign or bad.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. We can't activate it to help us? Can we do anything with this one? No? Nothing? Okay. Okay. Alright. Bye. Sorry, Yasna. You just freaking shoved your head into that thing. Okay. So... Go from here where? Unless there's something in the base that I missed. Or should I try going down here again? I'm gonna try going down here again and see. No. Oh, God. That noise. Alright. I'm fairly certain I may have missed something inside the base, so I'm gonna try going back in. Yeah, okay. I can't go in that way. Alright, I gotta go. Can I? No. Okay. Alright, I gotta go back. Here we go. Nothing I can do with those. Okay. Alright, let me try going back up this way. Let's go this way.
I'm entering the next module. I guess it's a biolab.
Okay, I just went the wrong direction. Okay.
They had the opportunity to study organisms preserved in the ocean.
Okay, what's this?
They found the same species of fish.
Did they confirm the similarity to those on Earth?
Yes, lots of similarities. It started rotting.
It?
The fish.
In a bacteria-free environment? How so?
All living organisms serve as breeding grounds for bacteria. And there were both fish and humans in here.
Well, yeah. What's in the jars? Ooh. Oh. Okay, I guess I took the fish.
No longer alive.
Did I take the fish? I don't really have an inventory, so I don't know.
Apart from one. I've never seen anything like this. They discovered a new organ. Even managed to run some tests already. According to their conclusions,
Yes?
it detects electromagnetic waves. That's why those fish were swimming away from our probe.
In other words, they've come across probes or something similar before. Something that threatened them.
Kugasa. In order to develop such an organ, they must have had a strong external stimulus. They detect the waves to survive.
Curiouser and curiouser. Ooh, what is this?
The scientists excavated some animal remains and reconstructed their hypothetical appearance. I found similar remains underground, right after finding Gulski. I wasn't sure if it was my imagination or not. Now there's no doubt. So long ago, reptilian organisms roamed the surface of Regis 3. I could spend all day here if I could.
I'm not surprised, Doctor.
Clues and observations. A skull with 2 pairs of temporal openings. Probably the predator's strong jaw muscles were attached to them. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I was thinking like it was just a completely abandoned planet, but I mean, because I'm of the belief that every planet has some sort of life, whether we know what it is or not. That's just my belief. I mean, the universe is so big for us humans to just be completely, utterly alone. So that's just my take. So the spine has 4 sections. Tailbone, the massive long bones with broad, oh gosh, epiphyses provided good stability. Bones made of hydroxyapatite and magnesium with numerous osteophytes in the joint spaces and calcifications on the diaphysis. Well, I mean, if the bones have hydroxyapatite, just crush them up and put them into make some toothpaste out of them. Good for your teeth. Okay. So, where do we go from here? Here we go.
Still, nothing. It looks like a geology lab.
No thing and no one. All right, what is this? Map of metal occurrence.
The range of their ground measurements covers a much wider area. To my eye, it seems they use advanced sonar. What they dug up here stretches for tens of kilometers.
What do you mean? What's in the ground, Doctor?
Metal deposits. Those structures. We still don't know where they came from. In such a peculiar form.
Right. I mean, who knows if you'll ever know, if I'm being honest.
Unbelievable. Not only do we know nothing about their origin, but the arrangement of these deposits is sort of puzzling. A ring system with a distinct center.
Yeah. And the biggest circle spans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sectors. 5 sectors wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's call it 6 sectors long. That's a big area. Base position.
This base stands on the outer ring.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's this base here where we currently are.
The center of it is in under the city. Huh. The one I escaped from.
So their presence there had nothing to do with us?
Looks like it.
Did they determine the entity's function? Origin? Anything?
Well, it's hard to say. There's nothing here about it.
Let's say Minerva. Okay. What's this? Geological. Write that one down. Geological section. So, this one here is organic life. This here is mechanical life, along with organic life. And all of this is basalt, or basalt. I never knew how that was pronounced. Basalt, basalt.
They conducted a soil survey 500 meters deep.
Oh, that's a big piece of history, so to speak. What did they find?
Millions of years ago, life was abundant on the planet.
Yeah.
That would match our assumptions.
Yeah. Subdelta 92 class planets have very favorable conditions for the development of a biosphere.
So what happened? Did they draw any conclusions?
You have to expect some kind of life to be here at some point. I mean, as it is, there were fish. So there had to be something else, right?
According to them, the extinction of life was caused by a supernova explosion.
But ground activity does not indicate...
It happened long ago. Longer than we anticipated. They've dated this event to 10 million years ago.
Only this one? The supposed end of Lyran's civilization.
Well, that's never been proven. There was practically no trace of them.
All right. What happened after?
Never been proven or disproven. Regeneration of life.
Life was slowly recovering, but never returned to the pre-supernova peak.
Not enough time?
No. At first it developed quickly, but then slowed down and declined.
Because another disaster?
Who knows? Maybe.
Astrogator, The change in the biosphere development curve coincides with the occurrence of ferruginous clays.
This whole metal contraption, do I understand correctly?
Yes. I don't know what that has to do with it, though. Metals are really not that dangerous. The radioactive deposits marked here are not a definitive obstacle for life either. The biosphere has the ability to perfectly adapt, develop defense mechanisms, and fight back effectively.
Well, unless the planet is hit by a supernova wave.
Yes. Such sudden events leave no time for adaptation.
Well, I wouldn't say metals are succinctly harmless. I mean, there are a lot of metals that that have some pretty crazy reactions when combined with other metals, or I mean even water. I think it's not aluminum. I can't remember what metal it is that has a pretty explosive reaction when it comes into contact with water.
Even if we assume that these metals were lethal to organic life, that extinction shouldn't last forever. And yet, life never again developed beyond the waters.
Does this mean another Dominator has appeared on the land? Or one that leaves no trace behind?
Therein lies the rub. The Alliance have conducted a great deal of research. That they haven't found a logical explanation for this phenomenon is, to put it mildly, disturbing. Clearly, we're dealing with something beyond our comprehension. And I mean human comprehension in general.
How long have they been here in order to run all of these tests? Because I doubt that they just so happened to appear at the same time we did, or just days after we did, and were magically able to run all these tests within that time frame. So how long have they actually been here is the question.
One of these diagrams shows a geological cross-section. As suspected, it's all metal below the surface, of relatively thin layers of rock. But compared to the rest of the continent, the deposits in this region are significantly younger.
I don't know. Is that a necklace I saw? Oh, it looks like a key. Maybe, of some kind. I just want to see what it is. Yeah, it looks like maybe it's supposed to be a key of some kind. I don't know. Clearly it's not important. I just get distracted by shiny things. Okay. That is to go out. I don't want to do that. But this is where we came from. Okay. Oh. So... Oh, I couldn't go in here before. I wonder, can I go in here now? No. So where am I supposed to go from here? Okay. Why can't I walk across this? It's weird. Okay. Oh. Oh, we can go up here now, I think. I think we could have even gone up before. I don't know. Oh, okay.
I'm at the control station.
I don't think I could mess with this before. Oh, I may not have come here. I might have walked right past this.
Several units can be controlled from here. I wonder which... Ah, damn. One's unavailable.
Probably out of reach. they took it.
Okay. So... Ah, here we go. Change it and try again.
I got the feed. But I can't get it to move. It's got a weak signal. Must be too far away.
Okay. Well, if I can't do anything with it, then it's useless to me. Let's try 3.
One is a flying unit. Some sort of probe.
Flying over the base.
Correct.
Can you extract data from it?
Sure. Never too much data. Especially in the current situation. I just need to find a place to land it.
Oh, where's that? There was an empty landing pad. It was a little landing pad. Where was it? Here we go.
Probe on the ground. Time to get into the records.
Okay. Let's check out some other stuff before we walk away. Nope. Nothing with 4. And what about 5? Nothing with 5. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. I was here. I just didn't turn around to look at this. Okay. Yeah, there's no quick way out of here. Well, yeah, technically there is. Okay. So, out here. Where is that little landing site? I think it's on the other side of this. Okay. Yep, there it is. Hello? How do I... Oh, here we go.
First images from this area. If it's been flying long enough, it may store important information.
I guess we'll see. Okay, image of the base. Is that... Okay, okay. See, the question becomes, is that Yasna driving the rover? Or is it someone else driving the rover away from the base? The record is fresh. Okay, so, alright, it's photos of our arrival. Okay.
It photographed the moment of my arrival. I'm on the slides.
We already know that. Is there something else?
No, the base is empty. The probe must have just started recording. Okay, finished. That wasn't much of it, really.
Yeah. Really was not much. Okay. What else? Anything else? I guess that's it. Okay. Alright, so let's run back around here, because I can go up that ladder inside. At least I thought I could. Here we go. Upsa-daisy. Nothing else? I guess not. Okay. Ah. Sweet silence. Okay.
Force field's down. I opened the passage. We can follow the convoy route now.
When you're ready, Doctor.
Okay. I guess I don't get my rover back.
And our satellite will be over their ship. Oh, we're lucky. Clouds are low. Unfortunately, their ship's not here. Neither there or...
Are you still looking?
Not here either. Ah, bingo.
Yes?
Found it. They're still on the planet. Didn't fly away.
Good to know. Thank you.
So I guess I'm not getting my rover back. Cool. Thanks, Astrogator. You're a real pal. Wonder, can anything be done with this? Probably not, right? No. Okay. Fine. I'll just
I'm
hoof
leaving
it
the
then.
base. Going after the convoy.
Really wish I had my little truck. But no, that's all right. I guess I need the exercise. She hums this song a lot. I wonder if it's an actual song. Someone Shazam it and let me know. I wonder if I could have gone back for the rover and I just didn't, like an idiot. Should I try and go back for it? You know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and go back for it and see what happens. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. So, I hoofed it all the way back over here, which is where, if I'm correct, is where we left the rover, where I left the rover. Y'all, it's not here anymore. The rover's gone. Right, this is where we left it, because it's something about this rock that I just remember with the little blue spots on it. We left the rover here. And it's gone. Okay.
Time seems to be slipping through my fingers like sand. So much sand.
You sound tired, Yasna.
Because I am tired, Astrogator.
Yeah, I'm exhausted because you're making me run around everywhere. I can't use my rover. Okay. I guess I'll have to hoof it all the way back to where I left off. So, I'll be right back. Again. You know, I can think of a lot of different reasons why the rover would be good. It gets our, like, little investigation over quicker. Yasna won't be so tired. Her feet wouldn't hurt. Because let me tell you, for anyone who's ever been to the beach, you know that walking in the sand is a pain. Literally. Your ankles hurt, your feet hurt. It's just more of a workout. And if Yasna gets tired so quickly, how is she gonna have energy to go back to the lander? So, that's my reason as to why I think you should give me the rover back, Astrogator. Please. I mean, we're getting somewhere.
Well, I've got to the place where they were digging. It's hard to miss. They set up a huge machine at the center. It must weigh thousands of tons. The ship that brought all of this must be...
Gigantic, yes. The Invincible surpasses any of our units, even the largest orbital stations. In my opinion, it's a bit excessive.
Sounds impressive. I'm a bit overwhelmed. It's a bit overwhelming. I'm sensing jealousy. I'm sensing jealousy.
Isn't that jealousy speaking, sir?
Not at all. Good one.
Okay. That was 100% jealousy. Don't even try and lie about it, sir. I could hear it in your tone. Okay. So what's here? Can we even go in this?
Two modules were placed nearby. The first one looks residential.
Still working. Oh my god, we can play Pong. How do you play? Oh, I see. Is this how you guys spend your time? Playing Pong? Moving faster?
How far to that convoy?
Not far. Even if I make a few stops, it won't take long.
Aww. Boo. Yeah, no, I'm not far at all, Astrogator. I'm just investigating their modules here, in case there's anything, useful. I wasn't playing Pong.
The second one is a mobile laboratory.
Okay. What do we got here? Sketches of structures.
They excavated a lot of different objects, in terms of shape and size.
Timeline with objects arranged according to the chronology of creation.
I tried to arrange them somehow, to classify them.
Were they successful?
It looks promising. If they had spent a little more time, they would surely have come up with something.
And yet they gave up all efforts.
I don't know if they just gave up, though. That's the thing. Would anybody have just given up on this? Something had to have happened. What's this? Okay, you had to hold it in the most obscure place. Can hardly make out what the images are. Okay, this is them excavating something. That looks like it goes down forever. Jeez, Maron. Oh, could... What? What is that? We're just not going to talk about that? Okay. I guess we're not going to talk about those images. Okay. I guess I'm continuing on this way. I'm going to go back this way really quick just to see what else there may or may not be. Ah, yes. Oh, okay, I see. Right, the crane's object. Okay.
There's also a couple of smaller cranes here. In comparison to the Colossus, they look like it's pups.
Yes, I got it. They have big machines. Bigger than ours.
You are 100% jealous, Astrogator. What in God's name is this?
Interesting. They found a sizable object deep underground. Stands out from the rest. It's not a part of the structures, but rather an independent, autonomous machine.
Also metal.
Yes.
So, a robot? Or something else that finally looks familiar?
Well, it looks a lot more like a robot than the other structures. The excavator has a massive work area. They had photos of the site in the database, taken before they started digging. It's unrecognizable. Inside, there's a structure. Yes, a metal one. Similar to the ones on the surface. But these are completely hidden underground. According to the schemes from the geological unit, metal can be found in every part of this area.
We get to get closer to it? I want to get closer to it. No, we can't get that much closer. Wow, this is... Wow. There's a lot more going on here than we even think we know. Okay. So... Also looks like we could go up that way. Or is that where we came? No, that's not where we came from. What's up there? If anything. I'm gonna end up cutting out a lot of this walking because it is just a lot. I know one of the tags for this game is walking simulator, but oh, okay. I saw something that looked like the sky, and then nothing. This couldn't be the way we're supposed to go, is it?
Astrogator, I've already covered most of the convoy route. I'm entering a more enclosed area. A ravine, to be precise.
I see. Can I count on a tactical report?
I don't know. Maybe.
Of course. A simple analysis of the situation won't hurt anyone.
That's for sure.
I'd do just about anything for that roverback Astrogator. Please. Okay. I'm just like went completely silent for a split second. I was gonna say. Okay. Ah, come on. Oh. Okay.
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Any doubts?
No. I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path, to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour.
Could
I
be.
leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Yasna.
No precaution can't hurt.
I'll try to get there via the side path.
Oh, okay. That's not what I meant to do. So, okay, I walked directly over here, and there was no rover. I come up here, and suddenly, boom, it's there. I wonder, can I take this backwards? Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, wow. All right. Okay, I can. Good. Because there's more I want to check out before I move forward. Wanted to check out what was over here because it was in two completely different directions. I didn't know what to expect. Saucer? What the heck is this?
I found a flying saucer. It landed near the excavation site.
Don't risk trying to fly it, Yasna. Nothing guarantees it works.
I didn't even... Contrary to what you believe, sir, I don't have a death wish.
Okay, can't even look at anything inside of it. Can't do anything with it, it looks like. That's a shame. Can't go behind it either. See, now that would have been an interesting addition. Imagine flying that thing around. Okay. Good thing I came back this way. I'm gonna go on a limb and say there's nothing else here, but I'll check anyways. There's something to the left there. Oh, hello. Can I not?
Can't get off here.
Can't get out?
I've driven into a side location. They were very active here too.
Okay. There was something there. Ooh. Another robot. Oh, and that one works.
Huh? Where have you gone, buddy? Astrogator, one of the robots moved away from the perimeter. It stands all by itself, on a distant hill. It's active, I guess. Doesn't it know how to get back?
Do you think it's worth investigating?
I guess everything's worth investigating now.
How do I get up to him, though? Well, maybe through here? No. Oh, here. Right? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello.
Attention. Human in danger. Attention. Help needed.
Hmm? Someone needs help. The robots can talk.
It's broadcasting a message. One of their people is in trouble.
Sounds suspicious. Did they go away and leave someone behind? Doesn't add up.
I'll see in a second. Okay. Someone just chilling. Propping their feet up on their helmet. They sent the robot into the water. Why wouldn't they go into the water? Again, just chilling. Having a smoke break. One of those big machines. Oh, that's got to be the person that's in danger. Okay, let's see what Robot has to say. Hello.
Robot, do you understand me? He's not responding.
The robots are called Arctans.
Ah,
Arctan, please copy. Arctan, listen to me. Arctan, I'm giving instructions. Please copy.
Arctan, answer me. Over.
I confirm. Over.
Oh, you can talk to them after all.
Tell me what the danger is. Lead me to the place of danger. Tell me what the danger is.
Arctan, tell me what the danger is.
Attention. Human in danger.
So much for the conversation.
Arctan, go to Arctan. Lead to the human in danger. It worked. The robot moved.
Okay. Talk about getting off track. Okay, if the person in danger is all the way back here, what was he doing all the way over there?
I'm at the spot.
Okay. What is... Okay. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Well, found a journal.
I found his journal.
Anything of importance in there?
Let's find out.
Get up, eggs and bacon. Today the command woke us up and called us for an off-schedule rally. For most of the Astrogator speech, I did my best not to lose attention. I took note of the change of plans, that is, landing on some Revis or Resis. Anyway, what do I have to say? I'll be home later than sooner, and that's it. Well, but then, when the command explained something else, my stomach twisted, and I started thinking only about breakfast. Eggs with bacon. Not a kingdom, but an entire constellation For bacon and eggs. Remember Regis 3. Bloated like a helium balloon, the chamber serviceman, whose name I have deliberately forgotten, instructed me between the lines that we were to land on a planet called Regis, precisely Regis 3. 4 days before landing, I wanted to take the guys from the control room against the grain, and I brought up the subject of our landing on the Regis. I asked for their opinion, and that's it. I took the rap. I got caught up in the stream of grudges they have against the mechanics. As if we were responsible for every fault in the history of the Condor flights. 3 days before landing. According to the probe data, Regis is mostly wasteland, so I'm not surprised that we have so many volunteers willing to repair this screwed up drive. First of all, any job is better than staring at a blind spot. Secondly, when you do something, you at least have the impression of impacting anything. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, this is a lot of reading. 2 days before landing. Yeah, no surprise. I didn't get into the noble group of repairers. I don't want to cite the arguments of the command. I know my qualifications, but I'll be doing what I can on Regis 3, which is counting the godforsaken grains of sand. 1, 2, a million, blah, blah. 2 days before landing. As soon as I return, I report readiness to change the unit. Maybe for something smaller. Never mind, it's already decided. 1 day before landing. They checked out Regis 3. There couldn't be a worse place to stop. There's nothing here. Literally. You could drink yourself to death out of boredom. Our people were a little taken aback or even surprised. They are now sitting and talking. Landing day. Here we are. The command sent a signal to headquarters, like landing on Regis 3 completed, a type of sub-Delta 92 desert planet. We're making landfall on the second equatorial procedure. I hope we won't be here for too long. First day on Regis 3. Scientists say that the composition of the atmosphere here allows you to breathe quite easily, without a helmet, but just not for too long, an hour, maximum a few. So exactly how many? If I had performed examinations in my tasks this way, we would have fallen to pieces a long time ago. Third day on Regis 3. This repair has been taking them too long, so the scientists started drilling in the ground to examine this and that. After all, no one will forbid us, and a man is able to do a lot for a sense of agency, right? Fifth day on Regis. I overheard two of our guys talking about resources today. One calmed down the other, the one who always spreads panic in the crew. I drew a conclusion for myself from this, and it's quite positive. With our water and food supplies, we certainly won't starve to death here. That means I'm pretty sure I'll be able to leave Regis 3 before we've used up less than half of the pantry. Another day on Regis 3. Once there was life, but not anymore. They drilled successfully. They found some remains, probably reptiles, whose bones, what a twist of fate, raised many questions for our crew. And apparently, there are also strong radiation spots here. Scientists don't know why, so things got tense. Another day on Regis 3. Why did life die on Regis? The thesis and hypothesis... The thesis and hypothesis guys usually don't tell us, the mechanical Gus, much, but we also usually ask little in the name of the principal, not our business. Today, however, we all, as one man, are waiting for the convoy sent in the morning to return with answers. We're waiting. So far, we've got nothing. Our biologist also went into this convoy, a very factual and kind man. We call each other by name. His dog is named Pegasus, and this man approaches everything, literally everything, with such, I don't know how to say it, sympathy? Empathy? Silence on Regis 3. Shit. Bloody hell. Nothing. Silence. That is, almost silence. During the night, only one stupid Arctan made a noise and got us on our feet. I thought I'd give him a kickback. It occurred to me, however, that it would be as stupid as flying with a whip into a downpour. Or some other mindless force that has taken its toll on us. 13th day on Regis 3. Silence, silence, silence. Or maybe they're not telling us something. I have to change this unit when I return, and that's it. One letter, one stamp, and they can bite me. 14th day on Regis 3. What am I even doing here? Why did I come to this darn planet? Right, because it's my job. To follow orders. I have no doubts. And make sure that a Delaval nozzle, for example, doesn't come loose or we'll all die miserably. Aw, the puppy. Look at the little dog drawing. Aw. How much more is there? Oh my goodness. 16th day on Regis 3. They called back. The commando's already telling everyone, including me, very openly and directly that something is not quite right with this place, and it needs to be examined. Right on time. God darn it. God darn it. Right on time. They're transferring the team that went to the water to a new place. I'm starting another round tomorrow. They take a lot of heavy equipment and suddenly they realize they needed a decent mechanic. 16th day on Regis 3, afternoon. An order is an order. They said you have to fly, but I also want to. I want to. 18th day on Regis. The saucer fell to the ground yesterday. I'm injured, it seems, quite badly. My freaking hardware is failing and I have no way to send an SOS. I'm damn hot. I'm writing this to what? Day on Regis, someday. Who am I writing this for anyway? Third day after the accident. They're looking for me. My people are looking for me. I'm part of the crew, and the crew doesn't leave anyone behind. Not a single member. It won't be easy for them because the current state of communication, or rather with the constant lack of it, so it'll be like looking for a grain of steel in oceans of screeching. But they promised they would look for me. The fourth day after the accident. I can't sit around and wait for death to find me first. I have to move from here. I met a friend. I mean, he met me. He'll help me. I don't know if I'll survive in the end, but at least I'll try. The 6th day after the accident. I lie down exhausted and talk to the robot. No. I mean, I'm resting and talking to a friend. Self-motivation. They taught us in training. Another day on Regis 3. My friend and I are making significant progress on Regis, although we're moving very slowly due to my broken bone. But for example, today we've found the best use for abandoned military machinery you can possibly imagine. An antimat turned out to be an excellent shelter from the night downpour. Another day on Regis 3. Man adapts to new conditions so surprisingly quickly. Now that I look at myself, I think that's our greatest evolutionary advantage. Scientists would probably applaud me. Pain, suffering, difficulties, handicaps, wars, cataclysms, or the specter of death on our shoulders. At first, it scares us, breaks us down, and before we know it, it becomes our bread and butter. Regis 3. I will die here. Not that I'm giving up or losing hope. I'm realistic about the situation. I don't blame this place. Nobody invited us here. Here, Regis 3. A few days ago, I thought I saw signs of an irrational struggle, explosions in the distance, which is a very clear sign that our people are here. We've entered the eye of the cyclone, and now we are shooting at it with a cannon. The best at his job. I imagine if I was given another life, another chance, or a little more time, I'd be fixing. But not rockets or weapons. I would fix my own, and others' mistakes, with my tin friend. Maybe these worlds would work a little better. Then I'd be a really good mechanic. Somewhere on Regis 3. Hypotheses, opinions, and questions. So much for the people I knew. The remains of conclusions and some nervous sketches lie, like them, scattered on the sand. I have no strength to collect them today. Okay, last 2 pages. Goodness gracious. Death. Once bloated as a helium balloon, the chamber serviceman, whose name I have deliberately forgotten, now lies a few meters away from me. He got smaller, shrunk, darkened. I'm staring at this small, shriveled body trying to see my companion, and I'm all honestly trying to remember his name. But I simply can't. Theft. My friend and I found more bodies today. I looked through the inventory of people I knew with great distaste. Turns out you can get used to it after all. I don't know what day it is on Regis 3. My headache and nausea didn't let me sleep today. My friend arranged the science guy's notes. Still, if anyone is ever going to find us, I'd like to be more than bones and chewed up soap. Someone survived? Among the sick and the bodies that my friend and I found, there is no biologist whom I called by his first name. I'm glad. I imagine that the dog, Pegasus, is also very happy when his master appears at the door of the house. We are the ones to blame. No one else. Hot meal day. The first in weeks. Eggs and bacon, who were waiting for me in the storm-damaged shack. Fried eggs and bacon. I can die. I don't want to, even though I'm already very tired. But I can. Contact. There's hope. We made contact. One of our crew members, a mechanic guy, is alive. He's safe and sound, ready to get us out of here. If I understand correctly, he built or found some kind of shelter. I don't know if my friend will be able to transfer me. He needs minor repairs himself. All these days made their presence known, and they gave him a rusty time. I'll take care of him as soon as we're safe. We will try. Okay. How do I get out of this? There we go.
Some personal notes. Nothing useful to us. Astrogator, we can't help this man anymore. He died a long time ago. Surprisingly long.
Astrogator doesn't even seem like he's listening. Sorry, Arctan. Your friend is dead. I guess that's where they took shelter. I might have to go around with the rover, but this video is more than long enough as it is. I kind of got a little carried away. I kept seeing stuff and I just kept going and I couldn't stop myself, so... Oh, the sky's gone red. How did I not notice that? Yeah, that's not nightmare-inducing at all. In the next video, I'll actually continue on and find the convoy, and we'll see what happens there, but if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big ol' thumbs up. Let me know that I'm doing something right. If you think I could have done something better or differently, please be sure to let me know in the comment section below. It always lets me know how I can improve and make better videos for my viewers. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can turn on notifications and you'll be notified of when I post another video. But with all of that said and done, thank you for sticking around, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye for now.